Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. And look at this, it's Mike Everett. We're on that camera, by the way.
All right, very good.
For now.
It's a new spot.
That's right, I've scooted you away. You do understand, you see what we're doing here, Mike. This is there we are social distancing.
Right.
You are 6 feet away.
I like it.
You like that, don't you? Yeah, we are going to maintain healthy standards for us and everybody else. That's for sure here on Big Talk. We do appreciate you tuning in each and every day. This is Thursday, August 20th, and we've got all kinds of stuff going on today. You are watching us over here in Salem on Channel 99, here in Florida on Channel 100. Same story on your Moby, and same story up in Hartville, over in West Salem, down in Jeff, Sisney, Fairfield, all over the place. Appreciate you tuning in however you are doing it. Thanks so much. Let's give you a little bit about what's going on today. Now you're off camera. So now you can relax and do whatever you want. That's fine by me. What's going on today? It is Thursday, August 20th. Can you believe August is already 2/3 of the way through?
I can't believe, this year.
Summer's gone.
Yeah, summer's gone. I mean, it's over.
There's 10 days to go, and it's 73 degrees outside this morning.
It's a fantastic day.
Fantastic. Yes. Absolutely right. But some community events are taking place today. Not a ton, but there are a few community events if you're out there looking for something to do. Connie's Healthy Connections classes will be over in Salem this evening. That'll be at 7 o'clock tonight. That is at the Doctors Nursing and Rehab Center over in Salem. They ask, what is a whole foods plant-based diet? And how and why can it help you? They'll tell you all about that tonight at the Doctors Nursing and Rehab Center on 1201 Hawthorne over in Salem, 7 o'clock. Cost is $10 per person. Also going on today, talked about this a little bit yesterday. It's kind of a different deal. The national road between Baltimore and St. Louis, they are having a yard sale all the way down Route 40, U.S. Route 40. They are the national road. You can drive up and down 824 miles of roadside treasures, and I think they've got that going up in Effingham today. And for more information, you can give that gal a call. There's that phone number on your screen right there. Also, a few other things going on today. Fairfield Memorial Hospital, they're having their monthly Senior Life Solutions. The big old coffee club is meeting at 9:30 this morning. They do that at they've reopened the Fairfield Memorial Hospital cafeteria, and it's open to anyone interested in attending. It's a great opportunity for folks to get together with other folks in the community in a social atmosphere, and you don't have to be a member of the Senior Life Solutions program to attend. They will do free blood pressure check, so always a good time for that. For more information about that club, or if you'd like to about Senior Life Solutions, give them a call at 847-8298. Also today at the hospital, they are having their diabetes support group meeting. That'll be at the Medical Arts Complex Education Room down there at Fairfield Memorial. Working with your medical provider is the topic of today's meeting. They do that on the third Thursday of each month, this being the 20th. You're looking at the third Thursday. The Wayne County Historical Society going to have a meeting tonight. That'll be at 6 p.m. in the Fairfield Public Library, 300 Southeast 2nd Street in Fairfield. They ask you to please use the Center Street entrance because that's the only doors that are going to be opened, and also masks and social distancing are recommended. And they got plenty of room down there for you to get your own table and stay away from other people if you like. That'd be fine. Members of the Wayne County Farm Bureau, there's something else going on tonight. Members of the Wayne County Farm Bureau invited to their member appreciation dinner. It's a drive-through event tonight. Pork chop dinner is served from 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock at the CP Church there in Fairfield. That's the one out by Walmart, the big one out there. And members will be served their meal in to-go containers through their car windows in order to avoid backing up traffic on the Delaware. Folks are encouraged to enter the CP Church parking lot from the southeast corner from Cumberland Drive. That's where you take Airport Road, come up Cumberland Drive, and then go out the other way. If you probably need to RSVP, tell them that you're coming. 842-3342 so that they'll make sure that they have enough pork chops. I actually probably needed to do that last week. But there you go. It's tonight. This is also August 20th is National Chocolate Pecan Pie Day. On August 20th, National Chocolate Pecan Pie Day lets you have your chocolate and pie too. Just like the original, chocolate pecan pie goes well with ice cream and other southern delight. This treat features crisp pecans as well as pecan pies fall under the sugar pie category, which gives them a gooey, almost caramel center. You a big fan of chocolate pecan pies, Mike?
I've never been a huge pecan pie fan.
You know, that's the thing. I talk to folks on this show from time to time, and I got to tell you, I don't talk to a lot of people who are pecan pie fans.
No, I don't.
I'm not either. I just don't like. I don't like the texture.
I was just getting ready to say it's a texture thing for me.
Yeah. The goo.
Yeah, I'm just not sure about that.
So people will ask me, say, well, if you don't like the texture of pecan pies, how do you eat pumpkin pie? Well, pumpkin's a little fluffier.
Right. And see, I don't like meringue because of that very same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like if I have coconut, I want it to be coconut cream or whatever. I can't
lemon meringue. You won't do?
No, because that meringue is just a little funky for me. There's just something about it that weirds me out. I don't know.
Mike, what's wrong with you?
A lot of people have wondered that.
There's all kinds of things wrong with you, Mike. I just can't believe somebody not liking meringue pie. I'm just the calf slobbers. They call them calf slobbers. Is it the name that bothers you?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, anyway, today is Chocolate Pecan Pie Day. Actually, it's with the Pecan Pie Day being June 12th, you can celebrate pecan pie twice, and then you have it again at Thanksgiving. And I don't see the point of that either, but to each their own. This is also August 20th, National Radio Day. National Radio Day recognizes the great invention of the radio. Celebrate the news, information, music, and stories carried across the airwaves. Several inventors had a part in the invention of the radio back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, but amazingly, not just one person can be credited with its beginning. Instead, each component developed through invention and discovery, and as these technologies converged, the radio came to life. So the broadcast of radio that we're all familiar with today, according to the FCC, by the end of according to the 1920s, brought the first broadcast stations to the forefront, and around the world, listeners tuned in for news and world events for the first time. Folks in 1932 had an average of every 2 out of 5 households had radios, and by 1938, just 6 years later, 4 out of every 5 houses had radio. So there's kind of the quick pickup, I guess, like personal computer and televisions as time passed by. The National Radio Day is set on August 20th because this is the date of the first commercial radio station beginning broadcasting in 1920. So 100 years ago today, the first commercial broadcast station. I wonder what the first commercial was for. Any idea what
I would shudder to think what it might be for.
Who knows? I mean, General Mills flour or something like that.
Maybe.
Could have been. Who knows what it could have been? I'll have an answer. I'm gonna Google that, and we'll have an answer here in just a minute. That's the first radio commercial. He's Googling already. I appreciate your assistance to the program. That's for sure. What else is today? This is the continuation of Elvis Week. Elvis Week 2020 continues during the week of August 16th. Fans recognize the king of rock and roll throughout Elvis Week. He was born as one of a twin on January 8th, 1935. His twin brother Jesse Guerin died at birth. Presley became one of the biggest rock and roll stars during the mid-50s. Eventually, he'd be known as the king of rock and roll. And besides being an accomplished musician, he also served in the U.S. Army. He was stationed in Germany and served in 2 armored battalions. Presley received an honorable discharge as a sergeant in 1960. Of course, the week of August 16th is Elvis's week because he died on August 16th, 1977. 43, is that 43? 43 years ago, yes. Elvis passed away. You probably don't remember that.
Oh, sure. I was 7.
So you do remember Elvis
Sure.
passed?
Yeah. Huge Elvis fan.
How'd you find out?
My mom told me.
No kidding.
Yep.
I was watching Channel 11, KPLR. They had the scroll across the bottom of the screen. I was 10 years old. And so the scroll goes across the bottom of the screen during the Three Stooges.
All right.
Talk about a way to ruin the Three Stooges for somebody. You find out that Elvis died.
Yeah.
But Elvis was watching. Elvis has left the building.
He has left the building.
Elvis has left the building. What's on No Wabash? What do you want to see on TV, folks? All kinds of Major League Baseball today. The Tigers at the White Sox. That's on ESPN Channel 638. Spencer Turnbull versus Lucas Giolito. At 6 o'clock tonight, Fox Sports 610. The Brewers take on the Minnesota Twins. That's Brandon Woodruff versus Jose Barrios. And at 7 o'clock tonight, the Cardinals play their first home game in about 3 weeks as the Cincinnati Reds come in. Sonny Gray taking on Adam Wainwright, and they might have Yadier Molina and Paul DeJong cleared back for that game. So take a look on tonight as hopefully Yadi is back as well as Paul DeJong. NBA, 4 games today, all game 2s in their series. This is a quadruple header on ESPN Channel 601, all starting at noon and going right after that. Miami Heat lead the Pacers 1-0. It'll be followed by Oklahoma City trailing the Rockets 1-0. Orlando Magic upset the Bucks. They lead 1-0. And the Portland Trail Blazers upset the Lakers. They lead 1-0. Horse racing today at noon. Saratoga Meet continues on Fox Sports 2, Channel 219, and 3 Game 6s in the NHL. Those will be on NBC Sports Network. That's Mike Everett. I'm Bruce Dickey. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after these words. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Mike Everett. He is the Wayne County Sheriff, and we are going to talk about a wide variety of stuff. You're not up for election this time, are you?
No, not till 22.
This is this is an off-year election for you,
Right.
Whereas a big, gigantic general election for everybody else. Are you going to take this opportunity? It's 22 months away for the big election, or 26 months away before your election. Are you going to announce your re-election candidacy? Let me zoom it in first. You don't have to dance.
No, I'm gonna hold off on that for right now.
It's
a little soon for that.
Am I the first media to ask you that?
You are, actually.
Well, I feel good about that. I'm a bulldog.
I know. Always get to it.
That's exactly right. We're going to get restaurant recommendations. Probably we'll really get down to it then.
Yes.
Mike, the last 5 or 6 months have probably been. As part of your gig, you take care of the Wayne County Jail.
Correct.
And you are basically housing prisoners of a certain amount from 5 to 25 or 30 or whatever, right, at all times. How has the coronavirus and the quarantining, and I mean, if you're wanting shelter in place, these guys aren't moving, are they?
No, they're not going anywhere.
No. How has this affected how you run a jail? Well,
I mean, first and foremost, you're trying to protect. For us, as a small department, you've got to protect staff and inmates.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that the inmates don't have exposure.
Right.
To make sure that they're safe and healthy, and to go along with that, you want to make sure that your staff is as safe and healthy as they can be as well. Because in our office, if 2 correction officers have to quarantine, the overtime that generates is budget breaking. I mean, if that spreads through a small office like ours, then all of a sudden you've got 3 people, 4 people, 5 people quarantining. Well, out of a staff of 9 correction officers, that could cause a huge issue. That cause a
real problem in staffing.
Right, and the same with the deputies.
Yeah.
There are 8 of us, and if 2 or 3 guys get quarantined, then 24-hour coverage kind of goes out the window.
Sure.
So that's been first and foremost in our kind of approach to this, keeping the staff safe, so then they in turn can keep the inmates and those folks healthy and safe as well. So we're temperature checking every morning when you come in, making sure that that's the case. with inmates, temperature checking them when they come in. For a while, we were even going along some of the protocols that a lot of jails were going to, and just not accepting prisoners.
Oh, really?
Unless it was obviously something heinous, whether it be domestic battery or a severe battery, murder, things like that.
Sure.
Of course, we're going to arrest and house those folks, but like something that was more petty or a business offense, traffic, stuff like that, even some warrants that weren't, we would just give them a notice to appear in court, give them a court date so many months out, and then let those folks go.
I've noticed that at several different, when you're reading a paper or watching television, listening to the radio, I've noticed that several different jurisdictions have changed their procedures in that on those warrants.
Right.
They're not bringing those guys in, are they?
No. And that's just to make sure that we're not introducing, with a jail our size, we can only hold 34 people.
Right.
And when this whole thing started, we were bumping up against that 28 to 30 all the time.
Well, that's wintertime.
And so then when this happened, we started to clear some of that out, whether it be by notices to appear, different things, get the jail down to a manageable amount where we could isolate folks for 48, 72 or 96 hours, whatever the case was at the time. Mm-hmm. Just isolate those, make sure they didn't have any symptoms, continue to temperature check, and then allow them to go into general population.
What has been the population of the jail pretty much over the course of the summer then?
Well, we opened back up in June, and we were hovering around 7 to 12.
Yeah.
When we opened back up in June, it shot up to 28 within 2 weeks. Yeah.
From just other jurisdictions? Or
no, the thing that people need to understand is while this was going on, while we were low as far as the jail population went, the deputies were still out working and generating cases.
Yeah.
So then when it opened back up, there were warrants ready to be issued.
To bring people in.
Right. When those warrants came out, then it was everybody bringing folks in.
That's an interesting point. Whenever and I don't know if you or you're no longer the president of the Illinois.
I still am.
You still are. When does that run out?
February.
Okay. You and your peers that you talk to, when the quarantine hit. Now, granted, you guys quit bringing people in on the warrants,
sure,
for the most part, but I guess crime had to drop pretty.
Some did significantly drop. Others stayed about the same. You're still going to have.
Your drug folks are probably going to still go.
Yeah, you're still having that type of stuff, whether it be thefts and drug crimes, which are a lot of times related in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
So, again, during that time where we were trying to eliminate or severely reduce our population in the jail, again, to protect them and keep those folks healthy, the folks that we could let out, the guys were still out working and having to deal with some of these other cases and working drug cases and doing the things that they were supposed to be doing, thus causing us to have more people as soon as we open back up in June.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Mike Everett. We're going to come back, talk just a little bit more about the quarantining stuff. I was going to ask him about I had to go to the courthouse.
Yes.
And that's a different experience. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Back with Mike right after this. Stick around.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. In Salem, call Brandy Drinkpool.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Mike Everett. He's the Wayne County Sheriff. I'm Bruce Dickey. I am the Big Talk guy, and also the sports guy. We're having sports next week, by the way.
Yes, thank goodness.
Thank heavens. Baseball is back. High school baseball will be bringing to you, even though we'll have football in the spring. But we're not going to talk about that. I went to the courthouse.
Yes.
And I'm used to going in, and I was ready. I went in with I left my phone in the car, and I walked in with my keys, and I had my watch ready to go in the bowl and everything. Yeah. And I'll be doggone if Brad didn't have me do all kinds of jumping jacks and stuff like that. You had to make changes everywhere, didn't you?
We did. And a lot of the changes at the courthouse came from both the county board and from the chief judges and their group of the circuit. And so we do a temperature check, do masks.
Are they still seeing court? Are they still having court?
Yes. A lot of places, and we are doing it some Zoom court.
Oh, really?
Or doing a lot of stuff by video, which is handy for us. We can do a lot of our first advisements or arraignments or first appearances by video now with the judge, and don't have to transport inmates back and forth from the jail, which is nice.
So you're Zooming folks that are in jail to the judge. So that's pretty handy.
Yeah, it's nice.
You really don't need to be there in front of people until a jury or something like that, right?
And we've even done that with some of our
or witnesses.
We have some that have psychologist evaluations for court, and we do that by Zoom meeting now, and we don't have to transport those to Belleville or wherever we would go to do that. So it's just been a learn on the fly
thing, huh?
Yeah, it has.
Tell me a little bit about how what's different now. I got to tell you, I'm trying to think the last time. I can think of the last time I was pulled over by a police officer. It was about 3 or 4 years ago up in Olney. I was a city policeman up in Olney, and he was very polite and pleasant as he gave me my speeding ticket. But I would think that that pullovers are done a little bit differently now than they have formerly been done. Is that correct thinking?
Some jurisdictions are that way, but we've pretty much gone about things as always. Right. With being outside, you can still do a decent amount of social distancing with just being out of doors. You're not in close proximity with those folks. A lot of times you're a little ways from the car. So we've not done masks on traffic stops simply because I don't know that it's necessary at this point.
I mean, that's the thing. That's probably something that you might have expected maybe a little bit more direction on by the Illinois Department of Health or by maybe a National Sheriff Association or something like that.
Yeah, and there's not been a lot. I think it's more of a jurisdiction to jurisdiction decision on what you want to do.
Like school.
Sure, absolutely. Very much so.
I'll be darned, I hadn't really thought about that. Tell me a little bit about, I guess with, your guys all use body cameras, don't they?
Correct.
When did you start that?
3 years ago, maybe, I think.
You were a pretty early proponent for that, weren't you?
Yeah, I like the body cam because of the two-pronged approach to it.
What's that mean?
And you and I discussed that a while ago. I look at it benefiting both sides. If there is a bad actor in the police field, as far as an officer, deputy, whoever it is, and they have a body cam, that is going to give them a sense of accountability on their actions, and allows for
more accountability than they otherwise would already.
Correct. Then, that has more of a bearing, more so than the he said, she said of old. Well, the person comes and complains to the administration, whether it be a chief, a sheriff, whoever.
Yeah.
And then you go talk to the officer. Well, no, I didn't say that. Well, then they said you did. So you don't have that. But with a body cam, you have the evidence there of that. Now, conversely, you have something that can defend your officer against some sort of false allegation if that is the case. So I look at it as benefiting both sides. I think some of the rules and regulations are a little much as far as the state goes, but I think all in all, it's a good program, and I think it's something everybody from state police on down ought to probably look into.
How many of the departments, you're being in your position with the State Sheriff Association, you probably have kind of a finger on the pulse of how many sheriff's departments. I mean, these are not the cheapest things in the world.
No, it's an expensive, and the cameras themselves aren't the expensive part of it. What we run into, whether it be a police department, large or small, or a sheriff's office, large and small, is the storage and the requirements of storage.
Really?
It's astronomical, the amount of
like
space.
Terabytes and all kinds of stuff.
Exactly. And a lot of places can't afford servers and whatnot. Well, then you have to go to the cloud, and that is monthly subscriptions. You're buying cloud space, which is expensive as well. So that's the biggest issue that we have with the body cams, is the storage and some of the regulations going along with storage. It's not the body cams themselves or us not wanting to have them or have that accountability. It's some of the more nuts and bolts things that goes along with it that cause departments to not be able to do it.
What kind of departments, or at least sheriff's departments anyway, county sheriff's departments, 108 counties?
102.
I always tell you 108. And it's always been 102.
Yeah, always been 102.
At least lately. How many of the 102 you think use body cams?
I would say at least 50%.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'll be doggone. I didn't realize it was
and
that
some
high.
even use them in their jails.
That's probably pretty smart too, isn't it?
It is, again, for the accountability portion of it, both ways.
Yeah. That is Mike Everett. I am Bruce Dickey. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back with all kinds of more stuff with Mike right after these. Stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome to Zinc Building Center. My dad and Ryan work here. They sell lumber, paint, doors, windows, plumbing, electrical, and much more. Oh yeah, they sell guns too. Zinc Building Center on Route 45 and Wolfsville. It's a cool place.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I had the microphone on that whole time.
Oh, okay, good. Good.
No, I didn't. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm talking here with Mike Everett. He is the Wayne County Sheriff. Been the sheriff, since...
10 years.
It's 2010 now, huh?
Yeah.
I guess it was 2010 last week, too.
Yeah.
We talk every time you're here. We talk about how the drug use, illegal drug use, is going in Wayne County. There are, and last time you were here, I think we were talking about your drug take back. You still have that all the time,
Absolutely.
don't you?
All the time, 24 hours a day.
Do people use that from time to time, or all the time, or does it only come up whenever you have those annual drug take back?
No, it's nonstop. There are people that come in on a regular basis and bring stuff in. I have to empty that probably every other month.
No kidding.
Yeah, and it's a big bin, and so I've got boxes of stuff that gets incinerated every so often.
The way that every so often you'll drive up to the incinerator.
Sure.
That's amazing to me that there is that much in. And these are just basically leftover prescription drugs, I guess, right?
Correct.
Trying to keep them out of the hands of the bad guys.
Well, and there's when I empty it, you'll see vitamins, all kinds of stuff. I mean, they just get rid of all the stuff that they have.
Well, I guess I've got a couple of prescriptions that have run out, but I like to keep them around in case I run out of the others.
Exactly. I'm probably guilty of that as well.
Is the last time we were here, there was the big new bad guy, and it wasn't all that new, but the big new bad guy was fentanyl. Mm-hmm. Are we seeing the approach of that even more and more? How are we doing on the stemming the tide of that?
I think fentanyl is still a huge player in the drug trade, and it's becoming more and more the case because it's ease of access.
Really? How's it getting so easy?
You can get it mailed in from other countries.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So between that, the massive amounts of methamphetamine that are coming across the borders, and now just a lot of marijuana.
A lot of weed.
A lot of weed.
Even though it's legal.
A lot of marijuana.
I thought part of the legalization. Now I'm going to sound like asking a facile question, but it's true. The legalization of the recreational use was intended to help stop the black marketing of it.
And it's cute that they thought that. I mean, it is.
It's very cute.
It is. It's cute that that these people make these legislative decisions based on, well, A, money, because we're going to get tax revenue.
Right, yeah.
And B, well, this is going to, we're going to have it legal for everybody, so they're going to buy it from our overpriced,
from our legal taxed
vendors, instead of buying a dime bag off of, the
side of the guy
Joe
they
Blow
know
on the corner, right?
The guy they've known for years.
So the fact that there are still hundreds and hundreds of pounds coming into Illinois on a daily basis, no, so
did the legalization just maybe create a new market?
I think what
to an extent.
I think what it did, in all honesty, and I may be totally wrong here. This is my opinion.
This is your opinion.
I think it legitimized the weekend pot smoker.
Yeah.
The folks that have been doing it since college.
Yeah.
And they will do that on the weekends or whatever, and are functioning members of society.
Yeah.
And now they can do it, or for medicinal. I get, I don't have an issue with that. But it has not legitimized and will not legitimize these folks that are continuing to bring it in and sell it illegally. It's never going to. Their program, I understand their intent. It's great intent.
Right.
But it has not and will not ever replace that. And these folks that are screaming for decriminalization of these drugs is not
of the higher level drugs.
Right, of the higher level drugs. It's not going to stem. It's not going to change anything to legalize methamphetamine. You're still going to have the black market folks. You're still going to have all that stuff.
Wait a minute. Now, I like to read the papers too and watch television too. Are there people really asking to decriminalize methamphetamine?
Absolutely.
I have never heard such a thing.
Decriminalize all of those things.
And I've heard a little bit about opioids, and that seems like with the opioid. And I didn't mean for us to get into an entire legalize it drug conversation, but the thought of legalizing methamphetamine or legalizing free passage of opioids,
right?
That seems like you're trying to put gas to put out a fire.
Well, I think the opioids would be the very worst thing that you could do because of the damage that you see, and that's why there are opioid coalitions. That's why there's a push nationwide for doctors to have to register their prescriptions, because of the overprescription of opioids through the years, and what that leads to. And the families and things that is devastating.
Well, the death.
Yes. And that's just, and you always hear the gateway drugs, and that was, your parents always said, well, alcohol's a gateway drug to this, or that tobacco was a gateway, whatever. Opioids, the pills, are truly a gateway. I mean, there's heroin right around the corner.
Well, they're both, they're
both opiates.
They're narcotics.
Right. So I think legalization or decriminalizing those would really cause issues. And again, this is a debate that we could have 2 hours on.
Yeah.
Or a discussion, because they're looking at it, well, these poor folks are being incarcerated just because of their addiction, and that addiction is a disease, and so on and so forth. Understand the argument, but I still don't believe that decriminalization does anything for society as a whole.
Tell me a little bit. Now, I figure that's probably the official sheriff association line too, or platform, or something like that. Individually, do you know some sheriffs who think, this legalization thing of, say, marijuana, it's not that bad?
Oh, I'm sure there are.
They don't talk about it, though, do they?
But they would be, I would think they would be in the minority.
Yeah.
Now, and we've talked about this before, I believe, from strictly a personal standpoint. Take law enforcement out of the way. Because as law enforcement, you're trained and drugs bad.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sure.
As far as the legalization of marijuana, have I seen in our community an uptick in issues caused by the legalization of marijuana? No. I have not. The one fear that I had was the driving, driving while intoxicated.
And you haven't seen much of that.
And there hasn't been a great uptick here. Now, if you have a community where there is a dispensary and you have ready access to it, not that our folks don't drive to a dispensary to pick it up, but there's just not been that big of an uptick in that. That's just on a personal level that I see.
Yeah.
Now, again, from a law enforcement standpoint, do I believe it was the right thing to do? No, simply because I think good intentions were there possibly.
Right.
But I do think it was a money grab, and B, meant to curb something that's continually going on.
This is fascinating. I mean, I'm intrigued because I mean, I've never asked a cop about it, whether they thought other than you get the standard policeman line, oh, that's bad. What you say is the what you're drilled.
That's what you're ingrained.
Yeah. It's but that's the. I think the one thing that all of us in the entire world agrees on, and we're agreeing, I think, on weed too, but opioid bad.
Opioid bad. Yes. Opioid bad. Methamphetamine bad.
Fentanyl bad.
Fentanyl bad.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Mike Everett. I'm Bruce Dickey. He's Wayne County Sheriff. We'll be right back after this word and wrap things up with Mike. We appreciate you tuning in. Back in a sec.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Are you tired of searching high and low in those big chain stores to find what you need and deserve some royal treatment? Come to the King, Rural King in Salem. The friendly folks at Rural King will never leave you searching for those hard-to-find items on your list. Farm, home, sporting, automotive, and clothing. Oh, and did I mention we also have everything else, along with all of the quality brands that you deserve. Salem Rural King is a proud retailer of the steel product line. Your searching is over when you know the King, Rural King in Salem.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. It is Mike Everett. He is the Wayne County Sheriff. I am Bruce Dickey, and we are talking about all kinds of different stuff. We've been talking a little bit about COVID and all that kind of thing. I'm sick of talking about it.
I'm over it.
You're over it, and I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
But I think we're probably going to have to talk about it for another few weeks or months or something like that. All right, you are not running this time. You're not up for election, but you are ostensibly the leader of the Republican Party in Wayne County, right? I mean, not the chairman, but but you're
I'm a person in the Republican Party.
You're one of the elected officers.
Sure.
Can you give me your assessment of this fall's election? You can do it locally if you want. You can go statewide. There's no governor's race this year, and actually there's no senator race. I don't think. I think Durbin and Duckworth are both.
No, it would just be state senator and then representative
and U.S. Congressperson. Since Shimkus is leaving.
Right.
Any idea who's going to win anything? Or are you at liberty to give any predictions? If you don't choose to give a prediction, I'm fine with that.
I see.
By the way, who? I feel terrible. Who's running for Congress for Shimkus' seat? Am I the worst person? It's Martin or something, right? Or Miller?
There you go. Is it Mary Miller?
Mary Miller.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And I think she'll win the congressional seat
because it's a relatively safe red seat, isn't it?
And I think the same for the Illinois House seat in this district. I think that's a safe.
Niemerg versus Spencer.
I think that's a safe.
I had Spencer on last week. I got Niemerg coming on next month.
Yeah, so. I think Adam will do a great job, and it's nothing on a personal level.
Sure.
I just think this is a red district, and I think it will continue to be that way.
Okay. Now, this is a good question.
All right.
In 2016, Wayne County voted 85% for Trump, and was the top county in the state.
Right.
Second place, I think, was Edwards County at like 83%.
Right.
Do you think Wayne County can beat its record?
Yeah, I do.
Do you really?
I do. I think they will. I think, again, Wayne County will probably be the highest percentage in the state.
No kidding.
I think, yeah.
Wow.
I actually spoke to him on the phone last week. I had a conference call.
With the president?
Yes, I got a call at the office. I was quarantining. I did not get sick. I did not have COVID.
Well, I wasn't going to bring it up.
Well, but the office called and said, hey, the White House called the office this morning. They need you to give them a call. It's like, holy crud. I thought, prank, whatever. So I called, and sure enough, it was a White House liaison that said, here's a number, a password, and a phone number, a password, and a security code to get on this conference call with 300 sheriffs across the country.
Did you get a chance to talk?
I did not get a chance to talk. I was a little disappointed in that. There were 4 sheriffs that asked questions from around the country.
Yeah.
But I figured it would be a canned.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, it was the president himself.
How long did that conversation last?
It was about 20 or 25 minutes, probably.
What did the president have to say?
He was just.
I haven't talked to anybody who's talked to the president.
He spoke to us about his support for law enforcement, some of the things that they're doing, some of the federal monies that they're trying to get out to law enforcement to help combat the COVID things, the PPEs and things that we need, plus with the unrest and the rioting and the looting and all that stuff, trying to help in any way that they can. Great comments, great. It was.
Did he talk for? Okay, you said he had 4 sheriffs ask questions. Did he talk for like 20 minutes and then open it up for questions?
No, it was
a give and take.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was really a great conversation. I was beyond thrilled.
Probably beyond surprised too.
I couldn't believe it when like I said, I expected a canned message, and then a lady came on and said, "Okay, I would like to introduce the President of the United States." And there was President Trump just talking to us like he was, in the room with us, and it was pretty cool.
I got to tell you, Mike, I'm shocked that you didn't say, "Hi, how you doing? How you doing, Mr. Trump?"
If my
Mr. President,
if my mic would have been open, I definitely would have. I would have introduced myself and
How would they have set up your mic to open up? I mean,
I don't know if they had.
They probably had the particular number, yeah.
Right, because one of the sheriffs was a sheriff in the county neighboring Minneapolis.
Oh, I see.
And so there was one, a border sheriff in Texas, a border sheriff in New Mexico, and then one in Wisconsin where they're having a lot of unrest up there.
Were they all Republican Party sheriffs, or were they?
It did not say. There was no affiliation given whether they were Republican or not.
Well, that's intriguing. That's that's interesting. That's really cool.
Yeah, that was one of the coolest things that's happened in a while.
That's all right. See, now I've talked to I don't think I've ever talked to a president. I've seen a vice president like from here to the wall, but never talked to anybody like that. That's really cool. Yeah. And I met Obama about 20 years ago, but other than that, he was just a schmo then. He was just a schmo state rep.
Yeah.
Every time you're here, it's always a thrill. We have a good time and talk about restaurant recommendations. You haven't been able to go to Florida.
I did go to Florida.
Oh, really? Nothing new, I guess?
As far as restaurants go? Well, actually, yes. I do have 2 down there.
Okay.
My wife and I were able to go down for our anniversary this year.
Well, that's cool.
And
5 years.
Yes. 5 years plus 19. So the original shack in Perdido Key was very good.
The seafood, I guess?
Yes. Yeah, it was tremendous. Also in that area, crud, I just forgot the name of it.
I didn't warn you about this.
I know. But the original shack in Perdido was probably the best restaurant I ate down there.
Okay.
Very good. And then Jack Stack Barbecue in Kansas City, Missouri.
All right, now tell me about Jack Stack, because I've been to Kansas City numerous times. I've been to Arthur, what's his name? And
Arthur Bryant's.
I've been to the one on 12th Street, the Paul, whatever it's his, Bill Dance,
right.
Or whatever it's called. Went to the one in Kansas City, Kansas, the last time I was there, and it was outstanding.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but it's in an old gas station.
Right.
I think that might be the name of it, Gas Station Barbecue or something like that. Another good barbecue place in Kansas City.
Yes.
Jake's. Tell me about this.
Jack Stack. I'm usually a platter guy when I go because I want to try all of their fare.
Yeah.
And I had the brisket, the pulled pork, and then brisket rib and I'm a sausage guy. I like the barbecue, the hot sausage or whatever. Fantastic. The brisket was probably some of the best I've ever eaten.
Really?
Yeah, it was tremendous.
That's the thing. If you are gonna start or run a barbecue joint in Kansas City, you better have your ducks in a row.
Yeah. Oh, the places that I've eaten, to me, Arthur Bryant is the gold standard.
Yeah.
I love the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I love how it's just old school,
As long as it's not 95 degrees when you're waiting to get in.
Right. Another one out there is Q39.
What's that?
Q39 Barbecue. They've got 2 locations there in the Kansas City area. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, it is. It's a little pricier and it's a little more swanky of an atmosphere than, say, Arthur Bryant's.
Well, just about everything.
But its barbecue was on par with Jack Stack Bryant's.
Where is Q39?
There are 2 locations. One is more in the Lee Summit area, and then there's one in more towards the downtown Kansas City, Missouri side. I'd have to look on Google to tell you.
Boy, that's really those are good recommendations.
Those places are, and Jack Stack is out in the Lee Summit area, on the east side of Kansas City, Missouri. So again, if you're wanting barbecue in Kansas City, Arthur Bryant, Q39, Jack Stack, you can't go wrong with any of those.
The gas station, whatever it's called, outstanding too. Yeah. You got to go to that one. You'll have a ball.
Okay.
Mike, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great day. Hey, folks, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day yourselves. We'll see y'all real soon.